You recording, Nolan? Yes? Yes, sir? You're recording? Excellent. You want to close that door? Just in case. Oh, okay. We'll start right after you sneeze. Here it comes.
It went away.
Here it
Sorry.
comes. Hey, it's Lori Alvarez, and guess who's here?
Oh, yay. Amy Cruz.
Woo!
I'm
Nolan.
back.
Nolan, where are you? You were supposed to do like the applause. Shoop, shoop, shoop noise, right?
It's okay.
Now Aim feels all lonely. No one cheered her in.
It's all right. We're good. You can't do it now, Nolan. It's too late.
All right, so let's get on to our conversation. First, I wanted to touch on last week's episode, which was episode 87. And I had a long conversation because my working other mommy right here next to me, she was out working. And she really wanted to be part of that episode.
I know. I was bummed to miss that one.
I know. Yeah. So, with that said, what other tips and or stuff do you do with your, what do you have? A 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a
5 and 2.
5 and 2.
5 and 2, yeah.
Give the tips for the working mommies out there that you get to go play with at play dates and at the park because you're still in that real baby world.
Yeah, definitely right in the middle of that. Going outside. As soon as I take the boys outside, it's so hard working inside the house. And I feel like they want more of my attention when I'm trying to, on the computer or on the phone or whatever it may be. As soon as I take them outside, it's like they're distracted completely.
Well, that's a good point. So do you actually work outside as well then when you're out there?
Yeah, I sit at my table in my patio in my backyard, and they get to jump on their swing set and run around, and sometimes it backfires on me because now I got to go push them on the swing. But, for the most part, they're pretty distracted back there. It really helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They run around, throw the mud on each other.
Yep.
Chase the dogs.
Yeah.
Hit the golf ball into each other.
Yeah. Hit the baseball in the neighbor's yard all the time. Yeah.
Any other words of wisdom you have for those working mommies out there?
Just do your best. That's all we can do. Do your best.
Right? Yeah. Just continue to show them your amazing work ethic.
Yeah, so 100%.
They catch it.
Yeah.
And they become those people too.
Right.
100%. So with that said, we're going to move right on in to episode 88's conversation, which is all about change.
I hate change.
Really?
I'm not crazy about it. And I think there's a lot of people who don't like change.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know you love it.
What really surprises me about you that you don't like change.
No, I like routine. I like knowing what's coming. I love meeting new people and things like that, but yeah.
That is so interesting to me. Well, that just surprises me because I got to tell you, I love change. I'm super stoked about change.
I know you do.
I get so bored if I have to get up and do the same thing over and over and over again. Like I change everything. I change what's in my closet. I change how my bedroom furniture is. I change how my house furniture is. And you'll probably all see when you come into the new real estate office when we get some furniture. That is when we get some furniture.
Yeah. Nobody can come yet.
No, please don't. But when you join us in the new real estate office, you'll see that I'm going to change up the furniture all the time because I just am so excited about change. I love it. So I think the big first question here is the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. How does that feel to you, sister? Like, I love it. I'm like, put it in relevance to a book, right? Like, here I have this awesome book right here, Flip by Gary Keller. Fantastic book, all about investing in real estate. And first thing I do when I open the book is I go, how many chapters? And then I constantly am looking forward. Ooh, how many pages until I'm in the next chapter? I do it all the time
I
when
do
I'm
that
reading.
too. Yeah.
I love getting to a new chapter in life, doing a new chapter in life. Uh, Sometimes I'm not so excited about the drama that comes along with it, though.
Of course not.
How do you handle your drama that comes in the chapters?
I try to ignore it.
Sister, that's a no for all our listeners. Don't,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
don't. And I mean, you can ignore the irrelevant junk. However, the actual real things that need to be addressed, need to be validated, need to be acknowledged, right?
Right.
Those items, you have to just do it.
Right.
So, what pushes you through that so that you do it?
I call you and have you help me and figure it out.
That's a big FYI for everyone. If you want to call me, feel free.
Hold on, let
I
me call
love helping
Lori.
people. I do love helping people work through challenges in
You
life.
do. And you're so great at it too. That's why you're always my first call. Help me figure this out, sister, because I'm not sure what I should do. I don't know what's best. So tell people what you do.
Okay, so tell people what I do. Well, first and foremost, I'm always excited about it. Like in our real estate transactions, just let's come back to real estate, right? Because that's what we do every day,
Yeah.
about 9 hours a day. Is we help people through real estate situations.
Right.
Hence why we named the company RE Solved, Real Estate Solved, because that's how I see real estate. Like I'm here to solve your real estate challenges, your real estate changes, your real estate moves. It's literally what we're here to do. And it's so exciting to me to help you move that forward, right? I even refer every time we have a challenge. Go, all right, we got a little speed bump.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop me. And I might go over at 100 miles an hour, to be completely honest.
Yes, you will. That's for sure.
Where we grew up, remember where we grew up? This was in El Monte. And if you get off the 57, yeah, no, 210,
No, the 605.
the 60, no, not the 605, the 210 freeway. When you get off the 210 freeway at, what is it? Myrtle, right? Where the railroad tracks are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that. Just picture me this 18, 17-year-old girl, midnight, coming home, hustling because my red Mustang, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when I was 18?
I don't know, like 14?
Yeah,
Like 10?
baby. Okay, so here I am. I'm coming home and I get off the 210 freeway. I exit Myrtle and there comes these railroad tracks, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a jump, right? And if you're watching me on the YouTube channel, you need to watch us on the YouTube channel too. You can see that it kind of is like a launch up. And I used to always be so excited to exit that exit because I would be like, woo, we're going to launch over those railroad tracks like Dukes of Hazzard style. I promise you, I am still that girl
You are
today.
so crazy. I'm like, I don't want to ruin my car.
I'm so excited about that. So, getting back to speed bumps, right? That's how I
Yeah.
see everything in life. Like, I'm like, oh, this is a new opportunity for me to launch off of. Literally, like, oh. And then there's some that really drag me down, right?
Yeah.
Like when a seller who's never met me decides they don't want to give me the opportunity to interview and they just hire another agent before they have the opportunity to interview me. That one drags me down.
Yeah. That was a bummer.
Yeah, it happens like maybe one out of all the times. Generally, I always get the opportunity to interview. And 89% of the time, I am hired.
That's right.
We know our stats.
Yep.
We know our numbers for you as a seller or a buyer. We know how to help you. So, how do we work through that, right? Let's get back to that. How does Lori work through that? So, I've had my ups and downs with that all my life. When I'd have
Yeah.
challenges, I took a little longer to get through it. I would be like, when I was younger, I would be like, oh, man, this isn't easy. And honestly, I'd reach out to my daddy. He was like my sounding board for me. He always had wisdom, and he would take all the emotion out of it, and there would be no judgment or condemnation from him, right? I could
Yeah.
just have the conversation, and he would give me reasonable answers and then let me make the decision on how I wanted to move forward. And I really appreciated that with him. Now, if I had these conversations with mom, that was a different story. They were a little more, let's say, emotional.
Yeah.
And that's just because that's how her and I interacted, right?
Right.
And the benefit of both those people in my life as I was growing up was that I learned that when you sit with different people, you have different energy.
Definitely.
And so now when I interact with people, I see and feel their energy and I step back and I go, okay, where are they in this? And I really kind of just release who I am in the situation. And I go, okay, I'm with them. Where are they? That isn't super easy with a husband.
That's for sure.
And I've gotten really good at doing it. I'm going to have to say, honestly, like I can keep myself pretty darn calm and have pretty calm conversations with him now. Every once in a while, if he really pushes me over the limit, he'll pull some energy out of me that he's probably not going to love. I'm
Yeah.
not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect. Right.
Right. Right.
But the thing is, when you can look at an opportunity, see, that's how I call change. It's an opportunity. When you can look at an opportunity and say, hey, it's coming right at me. Now, what do I get to do with it? Right?
Right.
What do I get to do with it? So I can receive it and let it like almost bounce off me, which isn't really receiving it, right?
Right.
Like it's like, boom, just like that, right? You're like, what the heck just happened? Or I can just bring it in and kind of hold it tight and go, what am I going to do with this? And sometimes you got to hold it a little longer than other times. Sometimes you got to allow yourself to just feel it, be in it, and experience it. And be okay with the way it makes you feel. And then you just kind of say, okay, I'm going to move this forward now. And this is not my solution. A brilliant agent that I was with in a training, in our bold training that we would do, she really helped me one time because I was sitting there dwelling. And I say dwelling because I was like, oh,
Which is very outside of your character.
yes.
You do not do that very often.
And I was like, I don't even know how I can change this or what I can do with it. And she said to me, I loved it. She said, Lori, why don't you say, how can I move this forward? And I was like, ooh, that felt fantastic
Yeah.
because I love movement. I love to keep moving forward. Even in the midst of things that are bringing me down, I want to keep moving forward. And as soon as she said that, I was like, stop focusing on what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Start focusing on how do I move this forward?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? It's all in our language. Our language directs our brain to do the things that we need it to do. And our language will either move us forward or hold us back. So, How long, sister, enough about me. How long, sister, does it take for you to make a decision to do something different?
Um,
Life decision,
a life decision?
not buying something at the store. Unless, of course, that's a big decision for you too.
That is, even when I buy stuff, it is.
I don't even understand that. I don't
I
even
have to
understand that.
really think about it and really, really, really want it if I'm going to spend my money on it.
And you don't know instantly if you want it.
I would say yeah, but I feel like when I buy something right away, like instantly, I don't really think about it and do I really need this? And like, I don't know, weigh all that stuff out. Like, is this really what I feel like we work really hard to earn our money? And so I'm not just gonna, I don't really buy things spontaneously. No, I'm just not like that. I have to really think about it if I really, really like it.
Interesting. That's interesting to me.
Maybe you like to shop more than I do, I think.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't enjoy shopping at all, to be honest.
I don't
So-
really enjoy shopping either.
So here's the deal, right? Just in general, life in general. I kind of look at my husband and I are very different. Back in the
Yeah.
day, we used to always eat at Del Taco. It was the worst, absolute worst.
But it's so good.
Oh, and it was well within our budget because we were so poor back in the day, right? So it just made great sense
Yeah.
and I knew exactly what our order was. I didn't have to think about it. And yet every time my husband was in the driver's seat and we were going to put that order in, he would look at that menu and he'd be like,
Maybe he's going to try something new.
I was like, what is he thinking about? It's the same order over and over and over again. It used to drive me crazy when I was younger. So, so to go back to what you said, which is,
I don't buy anything spontaneously.
Yeah, you have to think about it a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I will not buy anything that I have to think about. I will not spend my money
Oh, that's interesting.
on anything that I have to think about. If I walk up to something and I go, oh, I gotta have that, I buy it as long as I have the cash for it.
Yeah.
If I don't have the cash for it and that's the only thing holding me back, then I just don't buy it because I don't have the cash for it. Right?
Right.
Because we are Dave Ramsey here, and that doesn't mean we're perfect.
Right.
We do apply their principles, but we're not perfect. But we also don't go into debt over it.
Right.
We pay for it. Well, at least I do.
Yeah.
And so my husband, he's not so cooperative sometimes. I do. So
Definitely.
Here's the deal. I won't buy if I have to think about it, like, oh, this new dress I have on today. Would you like my new dress?
I do. It looks really good on you.
It's comfortable too. I didn't have to think about it. Instantly, I was like, I love it. I'll wear it. If I have to think about it, I'll never wear it. And then guess what happens? I give it to her.
You give it to me?
100%. I give it to the sister. Because I'm like, oh, I had to think about it and I just don't like it. And then she usually gives it away to someone else too.
That's not true.
So here's what I do. If I have to think too long about it, then it's not it.
Yeah.
And how do I handle change? I am like full force ahead, no details, no nothing else. I'm like, let's do it. And everyone else is behind me like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? And blah, blah, blah. And da, 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 da. You just saw the latest TikTok that they had.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I don't think that way. I'm not worried about all the details. I don't get bogged down in details.
Yeah, you don't.
I allow everyone else who does details really well to bring me back into perspective because I'll just go full force.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's do it.
You'll tell everybody else, figure it out. Yeah. You guys figure it out.
Right. You lean into their specialties. You lean into their wisdom.
Yeah.
And when you allow people to do that, then they're like, they get to flourish. They have the opportunity to be like, okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I'm on it. Come back to me with some solutions. We'll talk about your solutions. Right.
Right.
So then let's go right into how do we handle or help our clients, our real estate clients, in the midst of changing? And I'm going to take this really deep with this one just because you got to understand when you're helping people buy or sell a house, like you're taking the roots of who they are, you're digging them up, you're pulling them out of the ground, and you're going, this is where you're going next. And it impacts
Yeah.
their entire family. And they go, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what just happened? What just happened? What do you think about that, sister? How do you feel about that when we're doing that specific thing with our clients?
Um, I mean, it's usually a excited feeling for me
Mhm,
because it's not like this is something you can force a person to do. So it's
mhm,
something they really want to do, and I feel like being a part of that experience with them
mhm.
is just like it's such an amazing feeling, and you just get so well, at least I feel like I get very attached to our clients, and I feel like I'm part of the family now, and I'm going to call you all the time and check in on you, and
Yeah.
like it's just it's a huge move for somebody, and especially when you say it like that, when you're lifting their roots up and helping them establish roots in their new home. I mean, it's just it's huge.
It is so much that, and there's a lot ingrained in those roots.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. So when a family comes to me and says, I need your support, I need your help, what do you recommend? And then they actually like implement it
Yeah.
and use it and find that I bring wealth and wisdom to the transaction and I
Right.
support them in it. Man, do I feel super, super valued and important.
Yeah, that's a great feeling.
It really is. And you have to understand too, this is the one thing I keep telling myself. I want to be like, I want to be ingrained in every part of the transaction. And I realize I can't always, right?
Yeah,
The family needs their time to talk amongst themselves. And so I have to give them their time to do that.
right,
But I'm going to ask lots of great questions so that I can figure out what's going on, so that I can set you guys up to win. That's what we do, sister, right? We
right.
ask lots of questions.
Exactly.
And then we'll just share our life experiences of what's
Yes.
happened with other clients through the transaction. That's really how we support all of our clients through this type of change. Because moving, buying, selling, none of it's easy.
None of
It's
it.
one of the most stressful things that a person can do and will do, or a family can do.
Right.
I remember when we sold our first house and we moved to our second house. And Nathan was what, 6 years old, I think, at the time. And you gotta see, you gotta understand, we were literally only moving 2 blocks up the same
Yeah.
street, across the street.
Yeah.
Nathan was 6. He currently works for me. He's our licensed admin assistant. He manages my team manager. Anyways, he's no longer 6. We
Yeah.
told him like, Nathan James, we're moving. We bought another house. And he was like waterworks,
Oh my gosh. Connor would be the same way if I said that.
crying
Yep.
because his best friend lived right across the street from us.
Aw.
And he was like, Mommy, we can't leave him. He's my best friend and I can't play with him. And I said, No, son, it's got to be okay. We're only going 2 blocks up the street on the same side of the street as him. And it was still waterworks.
Yeah.
So you got to understand everyone responds to change moving differently.
Yeah.
They just do. I was excited about it. I was getting a little bigger house. I had more bathrooms. And then I kind of was like, oh, this is just more for me to clean. I don't
Yeah.
know why I'm so excited,
Yeah.
and we actually got a little smaller backyard. So there was some change in it that I compromised, but I got a shoe wall.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
that leads me to say, like, if you want to be moving into change, in such a way that allows for you to say, how can I do this? I encourage you to think about the positives. Because what's the big thing we say? What you focus on,
Expands.
what you focus on expands.
Yep.
So if you focus on the positive aspects of it, and you think about all the cool things that are going to come from it, makes it so much easier to move into that change.
Yeah.
But if you keep focusing on, oh, my best friend is going to be further away, and I'm not going to be in the same bedroom I've been in for so long, and my backyard is going to be smaller, and oh, now I got this extra bathroom I got to clean, and oh, shoot, the laundry room too. Before I just had laundry in the closet, so no one really saw it, but now I have an actual laundry room. Right? It's
Yeah.
it's 100% up to you on how
Right.
you wanna look at that. You can celebrate it, or you can focus on all the negative aspects of it. I love to celebrate everything. It just makes life easier for me.
Yeah. It does.
I remember this one time I took a buyer out and he went to go look at he went to look at this house, right? And, he said, I loved it. I walked up to the door and there was, like, like like someone had kicked it or something,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And he was like, oh, this is probably some family that had a big fight and they were kicking in the door. And he had this like whole negative story attached to this front door that he knew nothing about it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. That's heavy.
And he put a lot of negative energy just as we were going to go through this house that he was considering to buy. Right. And I looked at that front door and I was like, oh my gosh, someone must have been so excited they couldn't wait to get in the house.
Yeah.
Right. It's all perspective.
Right.
It
Yeah.
is literally perspective. And he was like, yeah, okay, Lori, whatever. He didn't buy it.
It's true though. You never know. You never know.
You never, never, never know. And again, my previous business coach used to always tell me, Lori, write a better story.
Yeah.
Make it the story and the ending you want. So as you're moving into this next chapter of life, right, which might be just this minute, choose to make it a better experience. Choose to make it the journey you want it to be. Control the negative thoughts that are coming into your brain and say, be done with those.
Yeah.
Because I want to have an amazing, positive life experience, right? Even
Right.
in the negative moments, you can find the blessings.
You just got to dig deep.
You do. You do, for sure. Right.
Right.
And it is okay to experience the negative energy. You just can't sit in it forever.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll never move forward. So, one of the big things one of the let's see, let's finish this. What would you say your biggest challenge has been when you help a buyer or seller work through change, sister? You're working with the
Um
buyers. So and yes, she really is my sister. So what would you say, sister, is with our buyers is one of the biggest challenges you've had personally?
I would say when they with their kids, keeping the kids in the same school district 'Cause that's you see it when they bring their kids out, and if we look at a home that isn't in the same school district and their kids are possibly gonna have to switch schools, you see the heartbreak in their kids.
Yeah.
Like, one of my really good friends who we just helped, their daughters are switching schools next year,
Mm.
and their youngest daughter, I mean, she's so sad. She's really
Mm.
sad about it. So
Yeah.
that's really challenging. That's tough
Yeah.
'cause you feel bad for the little one, you know?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I can understand that being a challenge. And you really got to time those challenges too.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. I had 4 of them. I
Yeah.
understand.
Right.
I understand. So, have you had a question asked? Let's move on into, like, I'm just going to recap. Want to deal with change? Focus on the positive things, move forward, be always in forward momentum. Take time to reflect, but take the time to say, like, okay, how were these successes in my life? Not how were they failures in my life? How were they challenges in my life? How are they successes? How are they opportunities to move me forward? It's going to be my number one thing for you as someone who's moving through change is to just keep moving. Just keep doing it, right?
Right.
So if you're struggling to make a change, reach out to some people, right? Just our tip of the week for you is if you're struggling to make a change, my sister said it. She calls me, right?
Yeah.
I have a best girlfriend that will always tell me, Lori, pull up your big girl panties and get on with life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, she's right. And she makes me smile. She makes me laugh. And I move forward, right?
Right.
You you just keep moving forward. Write about it, reflect on it, spend some time there. Get excited about the positive things that are going to come out of it. It makes it so much easier to
Yeah.
move forward. Start putting together a game plan for it.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to always say, ask for wisdom for someone that's already been there, done that,
Yeah.
and done it well. As in, they've still moved forward successfully in life, right?
Right.
Just 100%.
Find that person to talk to. It makes a huge difference. It really helps.
It really does. It does. So we have the rapid resolved Q&A section we're adding, right?
Cool.
We're adding this. We're adding this little section here, which is just quick questions and answers that people have asked us this last week. So I'm going to start with my first question. You better be thinking hard on what one of your buyers asked you this past week.
Okay.
My biggest one is Lori, can you help me move out of state? Our answer is
Absolutely, we can.
100% we can.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
We get you connected with the right people.
That's right. We do all the hard work. You're going to go online, right? And you're going to research all these realtors and you'll be like, I don't know which one to hire.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Well, guess what? We do that for you. We'll figure out who's the right one to hire, who's the one that I think is the best fit for your personality, because that is very, very important. We'll
Definitely.
interview them. We'll have conversations with them. We will talk to their peers around them to make sure they're a good fit. And then you'll buy a house or sell a house out of state. And it'll be a great experience because we helped you through it. So
Yes.
that's been one of the big questions that I've had come at me in the last probably 120 days or so. Your turn, sister. Give me one.
Okay, so one of our past buyers texted me the other day asking my opinion on if she should update her windows or not.
Oh,
and if it's worth it, because she's not sure if she's going to be there forever or not. And
sure.
so she ultimately decided, regardless, she was going to do it. I said, absolutely update your windows because I feel like that will just help you with value, anyways, in the
Mhm,
future. And one of the companies that she was talking to, one company was a little cheaper, but no warranty or anything like that.
mhm.
The other company was a little more. However, it had a warranty, and the warranty would be able to be, passed forward to the new owner.
Yes.
And so I mean, I 100% said, if it's a little more, but you can afford it, go for it. Cause
Mhm.
having that warranty is just, I think, totally worth it.
Especially if they're going to sell it
And right,
pretty soon.
right,
And add to that as well, right? Like they have the opportunity now to improve the utility costs
right.
in their house.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I know when we put new windows in, it made a huge
It
difference.
really does.
Made a huge difference. And then when I finally broke down and bought the front door,
Yeah,
right? My
yeah,
air conditioning was no longer going out the front door.
right.
Great question, sister. I love that one. When doing home improvements, reach out to us. We've done them ourselves. My sister loves to always change her house personally. She
Yeah.
likes to do it herself if she can. I like to hire someone. So,
I like doing it.
if you need a contractor referral, we can definitely share them forward.
Yeah.
We get nothing in return except knowing that they have great integrity, they do a
Yes.
fantastic job, and they take care of our clients. That's all we
Absolutely.
get in
Yeah.
return. So if they don't, let us know.
For seriously. Let
100%.
us know ASAP.
We love you guys out there in podcast land and YouTube land. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and subscribing and doing your thing with our stuff and sharing it forward
Thank you. Thank you.
because we do it as well. And we're going to just remind you again, we're here to help you buy, sell, and invest in real estate. So call us now because we're ready. Right, sister?
Right. We're ready.
Excellent. All right. Fantastic.